Hi, my name is Richard Rohrbaugh. I'm providing this video today for the capital campaign for Christ the King. Our family have been active in Christ the King for the last 15 or so years, and I've served in a number of lay roles. Sacrificial giving is the topic that I wanted to talk about. Sacrificial giving is a tough topic for some people because what we talk about here is giving from our substance, not giving from our abundance. This reminds me of the time that when Susie and I were first married, we were part of a small congregation that was meeting in a metal building. We decided to do a capital campaign, much like what we're doing now, to build a new church. Well, we participated. We did what we could, probably $500 or so. And I found out later after the fact that several of our other members had taken out second mortgages on their homes. They had found a way to sacrifice in order to give to the capital campaign for the ministry of that church. We did what we could. Other people found a way to sacrifice. So what is sacrificial giving? Well, sacrificial giving, the best example is that the Lord gave Jesus, His Son, to die for us. When we model sacrificial giving, we get closer to Christ, and it becomes more a part of who we are. It allows us to focus more on our ministry together. So how do I give sacrificially? Well, first, it's planned. You think about it, you act on it, you plan ahead, you budget for it. And if any of us were to go forward and decide that we wanted to buy a car, buy a house, or buy a large TV, we'd find a way to live on a little bit less. We'd find a way to continue to save a little money, and we'd do all those essentials, but we'd sacrifice and make that big thing happen in our lives. Well, sacrificial giving to the church and to ministry is really no different than that. Some people look at sacrificial giving as something that's difficult because they disagree with something. Well, we are all going to disagree with something in our church, but we miss the larger point that our community together works together through a number of ways in order to make ministry happen here. So don't be that single issue person. Sacrificial giving is proportional. Proportional means that there's not a bill, there's not a number that you have to hit, there's not a formula, but each of us have been given abilities and strengths by God. Those abilities allow us to receive what we have, and from those gifts that we've been given, we need to sacrifice and provide gifts to this ministry, to this church, to this capital campaign. So whatever your gift is, make sure it's proportional in line with what you're able to give and what you've first been given. Sacrificial giving is also something that's done that's prayer-filled. We lose track of our faith life. We disconnect worship and faith formation and prayer from giving. We make those things different, and they're not so different. They're all part of a comprehensive faith life. So as you think about what you give, as you decide how you're going to give, be sure that whatever you do is done with thought and prayer so that our gifts are received by God for our ministry together. I started this conversation by talking about a church that we attended some 24 years ago. Our family essentially sat on the sidelines for that particular capital campaign. Well, I'm here to explain today that we're not going to sit on the sidelines. We're in. We've decided that we're going to be part of the work together here at Christ the King. Now, I'm not very good at giving testimony. This is not my thing. But I can tell you that our family is going to change something in our lives that challenges us, that makes us know that what we do is sacrificial in nature. It won't be purely from our abundance. What I would encourage you to do is also think about how you can give in a planned, thoughtful, humble, substantive way so that you too can be part of this capital campaign. Thank you so much for your time.